Hello once again, YouTubers. Andy with you with another little video. So today we find ourselves just on the outskirts of the town of Cirencester, which is in the county of Gloucestershire. Really nice place this. I was on Google Maps earlier just looking around. You know, we've been south to Savinac Forest, we've been in a westward direction over towards Somerford Common Woods and woods over there. We've been in an easterly direction over towards Oxford, and now we've gone in a northerly direction to a place just outside of Cirencester. A bit of a drive here. It's quite easy to get to, but there are some narrow roads you have to kind of negotiate, and 4x4s and whatever else come down, so you have to kind of tuck yourself in sometimes, and you know, just bide your time to get here. Anyway, so we are here. Lovely little place. I've not been here before. Looks kind of interesting. I'm just trying to find kind of a way through really into the woods. It's very misty, it's very murky today. I would have got my Mini 3 up, but you can see it's pretty pointless really. So I think a bit of low-level flying is probably the best thing to do. So the wife's at work and I did what I needed to do, and I'm just got a bit bored at home really. Got to be rather careful of my rucksack. You can see that the zip isn't working properly, and that's the reason why my iPhone and my little camera cap, my cam cap, fell out. I'm a banana, by the way. Fell out yesterday. Lucky enough, I realised it, and then I went back to go and retrieve it. So all is good. Anyway, we're going to get our gubbinses out here. We're going to go for a bit of a fly in the wood, I think, which looks kind of very inviting, let's say. Thanks for those people yesterday, watched my video, commented and whatever else. Seems like there's quite a few of you kind of getting the Neo. I mean, I don't blame you. It's a great little drone, especially for, you know, what I do, fly in the woods and things. Okay, we're going to take off. Let's see what we can see. Get filming. Away we go. Away we go. We've got an idea that these woods are private. So the reason why I'm stood on the outside of it pretty much, but I'm okay to stand on the outside of private property and fly in. That's okay. That's deemed as kind of like legal. Ethical? Well, I don't know really. Possibly not, but legal, yes. So if any landowner comes around here and says, "Excuse me, young man, I own all the estates. My name's Lord Crap," and all the rest of it. What do you think you're doing on my land? On your land, sir? Oh, I do apologise for that. I didn't realise that your ancestors stole it off someone before that. It does make you wonder how these people actually acquire their wealth and acquire their land, don't they? Yes, it's all part of the one of the mysteries of life, let's say. My gosh, it's really misty out there, isn't it? Not great flying conditions, but hey-ho. Yes, there seems to be quite a lot of, let's say, aristocracy around these areas. Cirencester, which is to the north of Swindon, Marlborough, which is to the south of Swindon. There's a lot of money people live in these places with huge, great mansions, and I don't know, they just seem to acquire a lot of land. Right, image isn't great. We're just going to bring it back a little bit, back towards the home point, try and gather ourselves somewhat. So I don't really want to lose it in there. If it's private land, I don't want to, let's say, antagonise a local landowner. He might come out with his little pop gun and have a little pop at me. We just have a little cruise in the wood. We're just going to see what we can see. We go where no drones have ever been before, probably. But it's always very nice just to have a scout around. You never know what you might see. We're getting a bit of moisture on the lens, so if the picture isn't particularly great, and I do apologise for that. Yes, anyway. So we've got a bit of a pine foresty thing going on here, haven't we? Which looks really nice, I have to admit. One of my favourite places to fly, in the pine forest. Just screaming around on normal mode. Anyway, so yes, so a few of you have been kind of messaging me and saying that, you know, I've got myself a Neo now. I've been kind of bitten by the bug, and you can see the reasons why you'd be bitten by the bug. It's just wonderful out here, isn't it? Just flying around, getting some fresh air, doggies for a walk, and just relaxing and cutting free, really. Just nosing around, just seeing what there is. You never know, you might just see something interesting. I mean, I was talking to Janet, who watches my videos. Hi Janet, if you're watching. She was saying, like, you know, in America we've got some lovely forests and things out there. You absolutely have, you know, and I'm in awe. I just wish I could be in a place like that, you know. I really wish I could, you know, because you got so much more to see. I mean, your forests for a start are just absolutely massive. I mean, she was saying that people tend to go, you know, they don't tend to go out on their own like I do. It's just our forests are small. There's nothing in here which can really harm us. In America, you go in some of your forests, you are going to be, and you get lost. I mean, they got to send out a search party for you. Over here, not so much really. We've got some kind of large forests, but nothing like what you've got in the States. I'm just losing signal slightly here, but I'll keep waffling and hopefully we'll pick up signal. But you also in the States, you've got, I mean, what have you got over there? You've got bears, you've got wolves, you've got wildcats. Interesting comment. It might be you, I forget who it was now who said it, but thanks anyway, talking about they're intrigued about Sasquatch and Bigfoot. You know, that's interesting. I do believe that the wilderness you have in the States and other parts of the world, what's interesting is that you have lots of different cultures who have the same kind of understanding. They have their kind of similar thing going on with a Sasquatch or whatever else, you know. Good, it's coming back towards me now. 57% battery power. I mean, so you have got some wonderful places to go and visit, to go and explore. I mean, the best we can come up with really in the UK, I suppose, is a, you know, deer or a badger or maybe a I don't know, a wallaby or something like that, you know, in some of the woods we have. But nothing like what you've got in the States and other parts of the world. Yeah, so you've got to be a bit careful when, you know, going in some of these big wilderness places. Okay. I'm just going to zigzag along here a little bit, just bring it back in my general direction. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, so there we go, guys. So yeah, so in the States you've got, like, you know, oh great, some big national parks, You got a whole abundance of different wildlife there, much better than what we've got. Let's stick it on sports mode, shall we? Just bring it back a bit quicker. What's that there? Is that a hide or something? That's a hide, I think, isn't it? Let's get round the back of it and have a look inside it. It's some kind of a hide, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's some kind of a hide. Oh, there's a chair there as well. I've seen better days, isn't it? Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, I suppose, in a strange sense. Right, we'll bring it back. 25% battery. This thing's going to start chirping at me any moment, probably. So we'll get back, clean up the lens. And then I think what we'll do then is stick another little battery in it and bring it back, and we'll have another little flight with it. Different part of the wood, perhaps. Okay. There we go, that was good. Good, that was good. That was pretty good. A few little bumps on the way, but nothing to really concern myself about. I think we're just gonna sneak in here, I think, just briefly. Go over and have a look at that, I don't know, hide, I suppose you could call it. Anybody want a chair at all? Seen better days, isn't it? There we go. Get a closer look at it. I guess they probably stand here or something or whatever else. Have a look out and see a deer go by and get your gun out and shoot it or something. I don't know. Anyhow, anyway, let's make haste and get off his land before he comes out with his gun or something. I'm always a bit wary of that, especially because I've got my dogs. Don't want them getting hurt. Okay, so everything seems to be okay. I found a sign just inside the woods saying Bathurst Estate, Bridleway. So I guess we're on a bridleway, which means that, yeah, I'm fine to walk in here. It's pretty much public access. It kind of goes that way. I guess it kind of goes that way as well, and it might possibly go down this way. So I think what we'll do is stick perhaps to the little avenue going down between trees both ways. It's really magical in here. It's absolutely just really, really nice and peaceful, nice and quiet. Just how you like it, really. Just to have such a, you know, a feeling of, let's just say, freedom in a sense. Especially when I saw that sign there saying Bridleway. So to me that means that I'm perfectly legal to walk down here. It even looks like there's some kind of a footpath going down here as well. So I think this would be a really good place to set myself up and have a little, you know, explore around, see what there is. We might not see anything, you know, you just never know. We might see something, but even if we don't, you know, it doesn't bother me. Okie doke then. Right, we're going to go for another flight. Got a full battery. There you go. Let's go in. And here we go then. Just gonna scoot around. We just see what there is. head on this sort of general direction, keep it in a fairly straight-ish line and a flyable state. Just have a scout around really, just to nose around, just to enjoy the woods. You just never know what you might see. I might not see anything at all, but as I say, it's just nice to fly around, just to cut loose, and just enjoy. You're just seeing woods from a different perspective. Oops, got a bit busy here, isn't it? A bit busy, young man. Well, that's the Bridleway again, the muddy Bridleway, as you can see. We shoot back in to the woods. I much prefer it, being in the woods, much nicer. Anyway, yeah, just shoot for the gaps. Yeah, it does make you wonder how people acquire such wealth. I think perhaps there's been some kind of criminal or very dodgy activity which goes on back in the days, and a lot of blind eyes were turned, a lot of backs were turned on it because they were probably doing the same thing, you know. I think it's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? Pretty much. Just had to make sure I was recording with my hat cam then, sorry about that. We carry on. I sometimes forget to press record on my hat camera, and I'm waffling away, and you know, it was just pointless because I'm not recording my waffling. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, it does make you wonder whereabouts the initial wealth kind of come from, because I just think that somebody somewhere at some point in history way back when was scammed or was robbed or was murdered, or they lost it somehow with, you know, some spurious kind of a dealing which went on. I don't know. I think that's how a lot of land is required, you know, from the outset really. But there we go. Yeah, so yeah, you know, it just seems to be the case, you know, goes on. Oh, we're getting to a darker bit of wood here, aren't we? It's quite dense here, so we might end up losing signal at some point. There's a lot of nettles or whatever else below, isn't there? So we can't really see what's jumping around so much. We just take it this way, I think. Do a bit of a slalom around the pine trees, zigzagging in and whatever else. Yeah, so yeah, a few of you have been messaging me. You know, you got your little Neo going. You bought one. I think it's a fantastic buy, to be honest. I mean, it's a great introduction into this sport or into this activity, drone flying. And I think the DJI have come up with an absolute belter of a drone. They really, really have. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, so this is for you novices out there. Right, you're going to find yourself in this situation. You'll fly your drone, perhaps, you know, in a wood somewhere like I do, or just anywhere, and you happen to down it. It's crashed, and you think to yourself, right, where is it? I'm just not going to find it. So what you tend to do is go to your app, okay, which is on your DJI Fly app, okay, and you press the safety. You know, there's three little buttons at the top right hand side, like there. You go to safety. There's different options and icons at the top there. Then you go down to Find My Drone, and you start flashing and beeping. And it's just there, okay. I pretty much knew where it was anyway, but You know, it's always, you know, when I first lost my drone a few years ago, I did actually get quite panicky. I thought I was going to lose it, but you can see there it is. There's going to be no problems with it whatsoever. Then what you tend to do, just press the stop flashing and beeping on your DJI Fly app, and then just basically pick it up and make sure that there's no issues and no problems with it. And there obviously isn't, because it's a DJI Neo. You know, these things are pretty much indestructible. Not quite, because nothing really is. You know, you could accidentally drop a sledgehammer on it or something, or drive over with it, you know, with your V8 or something. But generally speaking, this thing can take an absolute hammering, and I'm testimony to that. It looks kind of interesting through there. I don't know what's through there. I'm going to send the drone in there. I'm just going to see if there's something in there. Right, bit of low level flying now, guys. Got to be a bit stealthy, a bit careful here. Well, it opens up a little bit by the look of it. It looks quite busy as well, doesn't it? Gosh, wow. Rather busy in there. Let's have a little fly in here. This is where it might get a bit sketchy with my signal, because it's quite dense, isn't it? I'm getting the signal from RC unit, I guess, to the satellite, then back again. There's a lot of wood in the way. Anyway, just see if we can see something hopping around or running around or whatever else. We did see a hare yesterday. That's about all I saw, I believe, in yesterday's video. That was a tough old flying session, that was. But if you can fly in places like that, then you can fly anywhere, and you can pretty much fly anything, because it really does sharpen up the old drone flying skills there. Right, okay. Just come out into the open there. That survived that clatter, didn't it? I do think that I'm still on the bridleway, just because I can see a lot of horses' hooves. So I guess I'm okay to fly around or walk around here. I do feel a little bit uncomfortable, though, it has to be said. And it's very misty as well. Okay, oh, look at this. Very misty out there. Playing havoc, I think, with the lens. Anyway, we'll just fly on through and hopefully see what we can see. We might see something interesting, we might not. But it really is just nice to cut loose and be part of this. Anyway, so 2024, what a crap year that was for me. I hope it was better for you. You know, I kind of lost my taxi chauffeur business, and I've tried to start something else up, which is okay. I mean, this time of year it's not great. Nobody really wants their gutters cleaned Christmas time or whatever else. So it's been a bit of a testing year, you know, just when I need to try and earn a bit of money, really, you know, for my retirement, they go and take my business away pretty much, which has completely messed me up. And I'm really disgusted with the way I've been dealt with. But that's the government for you. That's what they do. They're supposed to be here to help you, but not to hinder you. Okay, so yeah, I'm a little bit fed up with that, to be honest. So I've tried to kind of reinvent myself by doing the gutter cleaning thing, which is something which I kind of enjoy, really. Okay, we're just going to take it back, I think, towards the home point, which I think's in this direction. But if not, we'll just carry on flying around. Yeah, so 2024 has not been a fantastic year for me, unfortunately. I'm hoping next year is going to be somewhat different. I'm not sure it will. We just have to see about that. You know, everything's in flux at the moment, isn't it? I'm kind of hoping that the world sorts itself out, you know. Being threatened with nuclear apocalypse, you know, is not good. I mean, it's enough to give anyone the heebie-jeebies, isn't it? Right, this is getting really quite difficult to fly here because I can't see very well on my heads-up display. So I might have to bring it back, and I might call it a day. Actually, it's getting quite cold up here now. Oh, that might end it. No, okay. We'll carry on then. Still got 46% battery power. Yeah, so, you know, I think it's the US State Department, what they're aiming to do. To me, they seem to antagonize countries. And I just think they've got an agenda. They want to take over, basically. It's all part of the cabal. You know, Trump might come and go, governments come and go, but it's the State Department that actually is permanent. And I think they're the ones who actually make a lot of the rules and that in America. We've got something similar over here with the civil service. Governments, Labour come and go, Tories, they come and go, but the civil service is something which is permanent. So they basically stay. I think they make up the rules. Right, I'm going to bring this thing back because this is getting almost unflyable now, and it's not looking like great video, is it? I think I'll just clean it and then we go off somewhere else, I think. Yeah, you can see the lens has got a load of condensation on it, so that's not good, and it's not great flying conditions, to be honest, at the moment. So I think I'll call that a day. Okay, yeah, it's not very nice up here at the moment. You know, it's damp, it's misty. The lens on the Neo is getting quite misted up now, and it's making it quite difficult to see where you're going on the old heads-up display there. So it's probably for safety reasons, I think, and just general common sense. I think it's probably that I kind of quit whilst I'm ahead, but it's been interesting up here. I'd like to come up here again, perhaps when the weather is somewhat, you know, more inclined to be better for flying conditions, let's say. But you know, it's been good. It's been a good experience. You know, you'd have thought that as time goes on, you know, things, they really ought to be getting better. But it just seems to me that things are just gradually getting worse and worse and worse. And I feel as if there's some kind of a hidden hand, if you like, behind the governments, basically making things happen, kind of thing. Anyway, guys, so there we go. So I just want to say thanks for watching. If you lasted this long, give yourself a pat on the back. Most people don't, by the way, but it's been enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the little fly around with the drone. I just love what I do. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now. Yeah, so yeah, a few of you have been messaging me. You know, you got your little Neo going. You bought one. I think it's a fantastic buy, to be honest. I mean, It's a great introduction into this sport or into this activity, drone flying, and I think the DJI have come up with an absolute belter of a drone. They really have. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, that's the first one. One of, well, not too many actually. That's the first one today. That was good.